All right. Looks like I got sound. I got some lights, camera, action, Machua. Always happy and excited to be part of this, as well as you are part of this, Holy Ones. Thank you for being part of this, for showing up regularly, a lot of you, for holding space together in the Christos, in the Christ, in these Emerald Order teachings. Like-minded indigo children, starseeds, lightworkers, empaths, all of you who are hearing that call, okay, and coming together in this new age, spiritual awakening and ascension. I just mean new as in this is an age of awakening, a new time to come into focus, okay, as a lot of healing that needs to be done on the planet. And this is where light workers come in, serving light, choosing light. I choose light as your brother Enuhazi. This is my life. This is my path. This is my passion and my mission. And so a lot of you are also serving in this role as a light worker, as someone who's able to enlighten and heal and, you know, actually run current through their body. And so this is something that's part of a lifestyle. It's a choice, okay? And this is something that I choose, some of you choose. This is a live broadcast. I want to say hello to everyone as they come on in. Already jumping on in, 41 people. Machiwa. Nicole, honored to have you, Star Sister. Welcome. Sir Mandism, are you back in America? Write it in the comments. Inquiring minds want to know. Blessings to you, Mr. Mandism, Sir Mandism. Great to have you back safely, Machiwa. Sarah Holder, glad to see you, sister. Much respect to you. Was that you that was having the issues? Whoever it was in our family, I hope they're better. We'll figure that out today. Hi, Free White Dove. Welcome, Machiwa, Holy Ones. Much respect. We also got Higher Dimensions in the house. Greetings from Idaho. Welcome, Idaho. Love you all. Shadow Dwellers in the house saying hello. Star Child 369. You said it, brother. How's it, Holy Ones? Much love. Sending it around the world, right? Let me see. It moved on me. LX Nixon, Rider of Dragons. Hello all. Peace and much love to you as well. Sup guys, says Jared in the house. David Walters, love and light and love, greetings. Greetings to you, David. Thank you for being with us tonight. We're just getting started. Yes, thank you, Free White Dove. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. What's up? Tell the algorithm what we want to see. Yeah, we missed you, brother. Mandism, thank you for being here. I'm sure you got lots of pictures. We'll have to check out your Facebook or wherever you're posting that stuff. Oh, my bad. Australia, of course. What? How many hours is Australia from Egypt? Like, how long was your flight? That'd be interesting. When I went to, like, say, Ukraine, man, it would take me on average around 21 hours, 23 hours. One time it took even longer because I had a layaway in Poland. I've had a layaways in different countries. I even had to stay the night once in JFK airport. So 23 hours is ridiculous. I wouldn't want to put that on anyone, but how long was your trip? Aubrey Lantale. Hello, Las Vegas. Nice weather. I'm actually don't live in Las Vegas. I live about an hour and away, but it's been windy. It was really, really windy for the past 24 hours. I don't know where that came from. It's calmed down now. So maybe Vegas got some of that. Higher Dimensions. Welcome, Holy One. Eddie family, Machiwa. Sandra Bochman. Greetings to you. Peace and love to you, sister. Glad to have you. Clearing your space? Oh yeah, good idea. Thank you, brother, for reminding me. As a light worker, that's something we're always mindful of, especially when you commence in some focus in the spiritual world, some focus in meditation, healing, plant medicine. We're mindful of our energies first. What's up? So I'll take care of that too, just real quick, you guys. There we go. Charcoal for our grill, our incense grill. My incense of choice is frankincense. Okay, and it's resin, little pebbles, little rocks, like this. And you can get it at smoke shops, or you can order online, incense shops. Eventually I'll be selling it when I get my shit together. Because I love incense and I think it's very valuable and has been valuable in my journey. Because as a light worker, one thing you learn that negative beings will try to mess with you or see, logically you would think, oh, I'm not going to have anyone messing with me because I'm a loving person, I'm sweet, I'm positive. But you guys, you're actually a food source for beings who are looking for that type of consciousness. Because they don't have it themselves, so they got to steal it from someone who has it. So, like our brother said, we all need to cleanse our space and our, some people use the word sage our body, sage your space. But just so you guys know, sage is reference to sage. I'm using frankincense. And amber and copal, gold and white copal. And always put just crumbs of amber. And I also wear amber. I burn amber resin, and I also like the energy of, it's not particularly a crystal, but it's worn like a crystal because it has energy like a crystal. A lot of things will have energies that you could feel as a light worker. You touch things and get impressions, get feelings, get communications. Everything is alive in consciousness, and those people who are reaching those higher levels of themselves can start to have these extra sensory perceptions and will hear a plant or a tree talk, or hear an animal speak, or hear telepathically another human or another being from another dimension. But I do want that amber. Where is it? Let me grab it real quick, you guys. Sorry. Okay. It's tight today. Tight space. This is $75 worth of golden amber. I usually don't mess around with just a quarter of an ounce or half an ounce. I just get a whole ounce. And a whole ounce of amber is around $75. It looks like fudge. Like you could eat it or something. Like something tasty or something you may enjoy. So it takes me a while to get through a whole block of this. So I take one of these and put it in a separate container and then take pieces off when I need it. There we go. So this is the most powerful smelling one, the most strongest, luxurious one that I have. So I'm always, when I have time, I'll want to look for more, order more, have a variety of incense resins. Notice in churches they use resins. They're not, well, I can't say that. Some places use stick incense, but some places actually have the incense sensors, that it's a little thing they kind of like do this, bring in the smoke, cleansing their space. As a light worker, you cleanse your space. Doesn't matter if you're good, high vibe, you're always cleansing your space, not because of you, but because of others. You cleanse your space, protect your space because of other energies. Machiwa. So this is a lifestyle where you may find yourself as, what do they call it? The black sheep? Someone who doesn't fit in with the rest of the family or the group. But it's just that you're different, because that's what starseeds, lightworkers, empaths, we're beings from other worlds. Our soul essence incarnated here from another world. So it's not an earth seed soul essence. It's some alien soul essence, most likely at the angelic level, extraterrestrials. There's archangel extraterrestrials. There is avatar ETs. And so this is levels of our own self as well. See, something that the 3D people may not realize, they're not seeing or perceiving other worlds and beings, so they think it does not exist. They will mock you, make fun of you, and that's something we just transmute and get used to. I mean, we don't allow people to abuse us. That's not what, we're not meant to be meek lambs. Okay? Some of us are actually lions, pride, protectors, warriors. So maybe you're not into that intense energy, but some people come here as guardians and protectors. And you can check your own character and see what you're more likely to be. Basically, it's how you're presenting these ideas and concepts. Like a warrior will talk differently than a healer, but you could be a warrior and a healer, right? So there's all kinds of variety of light workers. And so light worker is think about it, someone who lives a spiritual life, someone who is not following the same precepts in religion. They call themselves spiritual, but spirituality is actually not meant to have worship. We're not worshiping. You find out in these teachings, the Emerald Order teachings, that worship is a vampirism technique. Worship is a fallen angelic technique, a demonic technique. And we think it's a good thing. But down here on earth, you realize there's principalities and powers and spirits and alien beings, kings, queens, emperors. There's something ruling earth. There's beings, entities in power, trying to have dominion, trying to have control. And so, but there is a population of humans awakening. Are you awakening, Holy One? You find yourself here, most likely you're awakening. Because we go deep in these teachings. We go deep in a spiritual journey, spiritual life. And so, it's, like I said, your family may not understand you. And sometimes when you go on a spiritual journey, you start losing friends. And you find yourself being a loner sometimes. Doesn't mean you're lonely, but maybe you are. I'm a loner, but I'm not lonely. I still keep busy at social events like you see. I make videos for you of the drum circles. That's a social event. I talk, I meet, I hang out with people, at least for a few hours, who are like-minded. And I actually recommend that, you guys, as a light worker, someone who is involved in some type of spiritual community, and I do mean real life. Maybe that's not practical for all of you. Hey, it's not practical for me, but I travel an hour and a half to do it. It's not always an hour and a half. It's more like an hour and 15 minutes, but still lots of ways to meet up with other people. But it's worth it to me, and I have a Ford F-350 old pickup, so it eats a lot of gas. It could be $70 in one trip, round trip. But it's worth it to me because it's part of my lifestyle as a light worker. And eventually I want to live close to I want to be in Vegas when I can afford it. And if not, and when I really have enough money, I will be in Sedona. That's my end goal. I considered Hawaii, but there's part of my being that can't stand being on an island. I love the beautiful Hawaiian islands, but I can't stand being the idea, if there's some emergency, if there's some attack, if there's some tidal wave, you're absolutely vulnerable. I don't want that out of my control. I want to have control over my safety and being able to leave an area if I can. If you're stuck on an island, how many hours away from land? You know, by air, you can't just immediately be in safety. Of course, as a light worker, you're not living your life in fear. That's something we transmute out of our lives, but there's realistic things that you want to be reasonably aware of, you know, not take risks that could threaten everything you've worked your way through, right? So, yeah, I would feel safer in Peru, and I would like to go to, but Peru is so far from America. It's not even America. At least Hawaii is still America, but maybe you're going to turn into, what do they call them? What's that term? Where you're once in America and loved America, but then you got just something's not right in America, so you left, and now you're trotting around different countries or living in different countries. I know this term, I just can't think of it right now. But this is something I even considered in my life. You know, and then I found the innerchristos information, and then they talk about special places called Stargate sites or control sites of those Stargates. So that makes it 24 different sites that I should be near as a light worker, as a starseed, as someone following this information. You realize that originally back in the days, the starseeds, the different races and cultures were seated around these Stargate sites and control sites. So Sedona is one of those, and Machu Picchu is one of those. This is why I'm considering that. And Hawaii is not a control site. No, it is. It's not a Stargate site. It's a control site. So this is why there was indigo children seated there. There was indigo children seated in Machu Picchu. There's indigo children seated in Australia. The Aborigines. There's Native Americans that were seated around Arizona, the Hopi Indians, the Zuni tribes. They have a heritage back to indigo children. And so, you know, Xi'an, China, Laos, Tibet, you know, these different places are very high vibe. Just like Sedona is high vibe. I know people are going to argue with me and say, are you forgetting Mount Shasta? No, I'm not forgetting Mount Shasta. It's not a Stargate. It's not a portal site. I mean, I didn't mean to say portal site. I meant to say control site. So it's not one of the sites. Maybe it is a great place, but it's not one of these energetic locations, vortex locations, Machiwa. So your location as a light worker should be important to you. You should not just stay in a place because you were born there, because family's there. You should, as a light worker, take things seriously, such as the location where you're going to do your work. Realize that will benefit you. That's like taking medicine, it boosts you, but you're in a natural location. The natural vortex location will boost you. You should be in a boosted state. I'm telling myself that. And I'm advising, recommending that to other people. I will get my ass to a vortex area. It's just not happening right now. Machiwa. So it's just one of the many different things that you as a light worker think of. Maybe it also depends on what you specialize in as a light worker. When it comes to location, maybe you're supposed to be around California. Maybe you're supposed to be around the East Coast. Maybe you want to be near the Gruol Point in Florida. Okay, that's where Ashana's is. She says that's the most powerful place, or the most important place on the planet, or one of them. And so, yeah, it's just we live our lives based on our income stream, but that's not the priority. We need to be where we're supposed to be serving, or what serves your energies. As a light worker, you work within paranormal. You work within supernatural. I'm sure Mr. Mandism has all kinds of reports about what he felt there in Egypt, or what the energy was like in Egypt, for example, right? So and that is a Stargate location. So Mr. Mandism must have felt something. No, for real. Like, if I was there, let's say I will go there someday, I will definitely at nighttime be looking for orbs. You should see a hell of a lot of orbs over there near the pyramids in Giza. We're talking about an ancient site that has many indigo children going through there. I mean, we have had the guardians originally, Isis, Horus. This is according to Ashana. What's the cow people? I always forget their name. I don't mean to be rude and call them cow people. It's just that I think of the game World of Warcraft and the Taurans. They look like cow people. So, anyways, it'll come later to me in my brain in the show. But they're not good anymore. These beings are not good anymore. They've been twisted, just like Christianity has been twisted, just like Mormonism has been twisted. All these new age systems coming out are twisted. So they're not the same. You're worshiping a dark paradigm now if you're following that route. We can honor and respect what the guardians were representing, but what they are now here is not the same. They're not the guardians. They're impersonating the guardians and giving you false creeds in these new teachings. Just like I've shown you guys in Voyagers, in the back, near the back, you will see a chart. The chart that shows all the religions and sacred beliefs that these alien extraterrestrials have changed, edited, engineered. Like the, what's it called? It's some channeling group. I forgot the name right now, but I'll think of that too. I guess we'll probably look in the PDF and see that some of that stuff. But as a light worker, you realize this. You realize that, hey, I am interested in a lot of these topics in the New Age. But just understand that when it comes to New Age, you have to have discernment, because there is pitfalls. There is twisted concepts and ideas in those teachings meant to throw you off. It's an actual movement to throw you off as a light worker. The New Age is talked about here. They call it, and you'll even hear Ashana call it, the New Age channeling movement. This is not something I'm making up. It's literally talked about as a channeling movement. That's what New Age is. That's where the information is coming from. And we know from these teachings who's running New Age. It is the Jehovian Anunnaki. And also they run Ashtar command. So as a light worker, you're careful with what you are bringing into your hologram field, your holo experience. What are you bringing into your life? Is it serving you, or is it a distortion coming with the channeling movement? Okay, so hey, there's another thing to consider. What we can do is also bring in the Christos Ray to transmute whatever we like to learn and practice, like Reiki. You know, it's a reptilian distortion in there. So what I'm trying to say is you can take the undistorted Christos Ray, the 12th dimensional ray, and work it within your Reiki. And if you have learned Kathara, you will understand what that means. And so that is something that, as the innerchristos point of view, we always recommend that you study Kathara. It is a workshop series, a video workshop that you can watch on social media somewhere. Just search for it. Kathara, Kathara. We'll even share the PDFs with you. I gave the link to Celine and Indigo Wizard, so I can also give it to Sarah Holder and Stardust Goddess. I haven't seen Little Alien in a long time, and I haven't seen Starman in a long time, but I'm sure Starman will join us after his whole life is changing now, you know, after his mother has transitioned, Machiwa. Robin Kirk, thank you for sharing your living life. Thank you, sister. This is my mission, so I do this for you and for others wanting to, you know, find this type of teachings. What's up, brother Indigo? Okay, yeah, Indigo has it. He'll share it. Mad Eye Investigations. I feel the same way. I feel that I was Mayan. But also know that, just so you guys know, that even Maya, Inca, and Aztec teachings were all changed and twisted. It's hard to tell people this because they just won't believe you, or they think that's impossible. Okay, but when you learn unity consciousness and Christ consciousness, and even basic concepts of the inner Christos, you will see that for yourself. You won't need me reminding you of what the false creeds are. Fear. Whatever you're learning in there, is it teaching any type of fear? Is it teaching any type of elitism, or I'm better than you, or there's chosen ones? That's elitism. Even though it sounds like a positive concept, it's the opposite. It's a negative concept. Chosen ones is a negative concept, holy ones. You're not chosen. No, God doesn't choose special people. God doesn't choose favored people. The fallen angelics do. And if you're starting to become aware that this is a whole New Age thing, is a Anunnaki movement, then maybe you'll start realizing that in all these different areas, and make a switch, make a change. You know, this is something that we realize in our own discernment. Hey, that doesn't serve me anymore. I'm not going to be looking into the occult or any type of magic that's dealing with invocating spirits, or, you know, I personally had to let go of all that stuff. You know, a spiritual journey is about change. Have you done changes lately? Okay, so we let go of our old paradigms because we realize it's not aligned with Christ consciousness. It's not aligned with unity consciousness. You don't even need to get a second opinion. That is the opinion. And it's not an opinion, it's the intention, the original intention of Creator. Machiwa. Nikki B. Not sure what happened. I've been loving and kind, as we should be, right? Also, yes, I'm aware we are ETs and come from Tara, which was once Earth. Guess Marmite. Thanks for leading to freedom. Teach. Nikki B, thank you, sister, for sharing. Much respect. Not sure what happened. I'm not sure what that comment's referring to. But yes, we are ETs, and humans don't come from Earth. We were seeded on Earth. You know, if someone, ET race, seeded you on a planet, guess what? You're not from that planet. We're aliens. We're ETs of Earth. Okay? We're from Tara. In another dimension. And so that's what Nikki B was referring to, and that's what we talk about in these teachings. That's one of the beginner stuff you learn, that we're not from Earth. We're actually seated here, and if we were seated on Earth, what's the deal with all the plant animals? Are they aliens too, like us? So you could say some of them are not originating from Earth either. I'm not saying all the insects and animals, or plant life, don't forget that category. The animal kingdom, plant kingdom, insect kingdom, all those kingdoms are, some of them are organically, naturally here, and some of them are not. And just like some people will not believe some of these creatures are manufactured on Earth, just like Nephilim were created on Earth. Just like the Dracos, not the Dracon, not the Omicron, not the reptilians. I'm talking about the Dracos, who is half reptilian, half human. So we have things that are actually created here. So expand your idea. It's not just alien races created here. It's animal species created. Insect species are created. What is the true origins of some of these beings? So we start to think differently as a light worker. We're seeing life in a greater point of view. A greater, we consider a lot more than what most people do, where they just stick to the science explanation or religion's explanation. When you realize there's distortions in each one of those sources, you get partial truths, not the whole truth. You get some truths mixed in with a bunch of, yes, you could say blatant lies. Some of them are intentional. Some of them are just out of ignorance, not knowing that these things exist in these other worlds, not having context of creation. We learn context of creation in these teachings. It's invaluable to us. When we know about the 15-dimensional time matrix, that connects to our perceiving our identities. Without the time matrix, you got some type of ideas of what you are. I reincarnate. I remember my life in other worlds. Okay, you need to learn the 15-dimensional time matrix so you can see your identity, how great it is. Where you can see the identity of Creator, Source God, God Force. You can see the identity of the guardian races, for example, and have context for the negative beings. Without that, without these teachings, there is no context. There's guesswork of what reality is. It's not broken down, it's not dimensionalized, then it's a distortion. The reality is dimensionalized. Reality has different levels of matter form, different levels of consciousness and bodies. So without that understanding, just realizing we come from 5D Tara, we're not carbon beings. We're immortal as Tarans. Are we immortal here? See, there's no comparison. Not only are we 2 evolutions greater, 4D, 5D, compared to 3D. Carbon humans. 5D future giants. We're giants up there. Oh. The neighborhood dogs are excited about something going on. So this is, important. It's very valuable to learn kind of like the forbidden history that we go through. We talk about all these different periods of time in this. I want to make a diagram or even an article about it so people can reference it, the timeline. And so Babylon, ancient Egypt, Atlantis, Lemuria, all the different timelines, time periods, you learn so many secrets in these teachings, even about America, even about, famous people, some famous people, even about certain races or the truth about certain races. While most people out here are worshiping Anunnaki and reptilians, we learn, no, I don't think so. They're impersonating our creator God. They're not our creator gods. And they make us have this, they bring us false creeds. Instead of being empowering yourself, now you're disempowering yourself by following and worshiping other beings. It doesn't matter what the being is. We're not meant to worship. Worship is using your free will to feed another entity, your life force. That's what worship is. When you look at it, what's really happening, and we know that energy is consciousness. You're feeding energy and consciousness to a malevolent being that hates you. I hate to tell you, but Yahweh hates you, is here to keep you in dominion. Beings like Metatron are here to keep you lost and confused in your identity, in your abilities. When you find innerchristos or law of one, you're becoming empowered. You're remembering, or you're becoming aware of all these distortions that have been keeping you down and limited. Do you want to be a limited light worker? Okay? You want to be able to be functioning and understanding truth. Because, you guys, truth is not an opinion. Because of divine right order. We know that there is a preference to God. God has original intention. And that is unconditional love. It's omni love. And then you'll see religions not practicing it. They're not following divine right order. Or some of these New Age systems where they have hierarchies and angels and you're just down here and these beings are up here. No, we're all equal. These religions and these spiritual beliefs don't like that. And you will see all kinds of arguments in social media. How we're just lowly, inferior humans. We're just guilty sinners. We're just garbage. We're terrible. See, this is programming, this is conditioning, this is propaganda of fallen angelic, malevolent extraterrestrials. It's, the Vatican, the church, which is so sacred to some of you, so precious, the church. When we know, at least some people realize, that the Vatican is being run by reptilians. Do you think the Roman Empire actually died? Okay? The Council of Nicaea and all those organizations and events in the holy wars. What's holy about war? Absolutely nothing. Okay? Some vengeful God getting justice. What is holy about that? What is holy about burning anger? Right? So, as a light worker, you calling yourself a light worker, right? I'm a light worker. I'm good. I am helping. I am assisting. If you're a light worker, okay, you are following absolute, we know the attitudes of mastery, integrity. You're following integrity, responsibility. You're a being of trust. You're a being of impeccability. You're a being of grace. Unconditionally loving. You don't put conditions on love. Even if you don't like someone, there's part of you that loves them. You don't need to like someone you love. Maybe you can't stand their lifestyle or how they live. And you don't want negative influences around you. So you can love them from a distance. Right? So thank you guys. Let me check in on here. Helena, law of one, ego equals war. Nothing is holy about war. You said it, Helena. L. Nixon, Lightworker, work with light. That's right. Shine your light. Stand in your light, holy ones. Because this is a spiritual war. Most billions of humans are in spiritual bondage. And they're not aware of it. And since you've been disempowered by the church, you don't have psychic perceptions now to check things. And so that is something that we develop. Even if you guys weren't born psychic, you can develop it. And I'm speaking from my own experience as well. Because I didn't have it before, but I have it now. And it doesn't stop. I will just keep getting better and better and better. As a matter of fact, lately, every night, I am learning more and more about my potential. I am experiencing more and more paranormal things. And I can't wait to go back on. It's been way too long. It's time for mushroom. For me, I'm talking about. I don't mean right now. I mean, in my life, it's time. Jesse Starseed, and energy from stars. Wait a second. Sorry, you guys. Energy from stars. Bless you, Holy One. 6:30. That was like almost a half hour ago. Energy from the stars. Bless you, Holy One. Thank you so much, and thank you for being a member. Bless you in your journey in these new teachings for you. Thank you so much. And Jesse Starseed, wow, you're awesome, Holy One. Much respect. And I'm so happy to see that you're a Starseed awakening to yourself. Thank you for supporting this work. You guys know I actually survive off of your support. So I'm so grateful for that, you guys. And this is how I can keep doing this full time. And I enjoy doing this full time. I just made a video about the angel of death because I've mentioned it before, but I finally made a video specifically about the angel of death. It's not called the angel of death in the Bible, but it's called some type of destroyer meant to go into Egypt and murder children. Excuse me. So I'm making a video about it. And you will hear, like, let's say people into religion, they will justify the murder. See? You see right there. Saying it's okay because it's God. It's not God. That's a debate. Let's have a debate about what is God. Okay? So, there's no comparison, you guys. Creator God is beyond this, beyond gender, beyond judgment, beyond hate. Those are the type of things you find here in this world. In these lower dimensions, you will find these distortions. You're not going to find these distortions because God is without distortion. God is without hate. God is without judgment. So when you start talking about a being that has those qualities, you're not talking about God force. God, creator God. You're not talking about the one. Okay? You're talking about an impersonator of creator. And so, that should be your first clue. Like, you should oh wow, this being is acting and talking and behaving negatively, dark even, wicked even. Exactly, but that's not happening in people's brains who have a cult mentality and involved with the free will of sending life force to other entities like Yahweh. Allah. Sending remember, energy is consciousness. So you're feeding your consciousness to Allah. You're feeding your consciousness to Brahma. No, thank you. I'm not giving my free will. Here's my worship. That's something I transmuted when I was a teenager. Like 18, and I was out the door, baby. I'm not going to church, Mom. I'm sorry. Bless my mom. And so I just chose, as an adult, I'm not going to go there anymore. And so, man, oh man, it didn't mean my problems were done, because I still had distortions in my life. But as a teenager, I had to work that way out, baby. I had to work it out. Yeah, we don't want no low vibes, right? 99. All right. We had 99 holy ones. That's my birthday. 99. India, sweet. What's up, India? Aliens are our friends in 2027. Using a lower frequency matrix? Wait, is that what you're claiming about these teachings? Are you saying that these teachings are a lower frequency matrix? Maybe I'm misreading your comment, but the variety guy. Hey peeps, what's up, variety guy? Thank you, Helena. Yeah, my social media name, I've gone before as Thavian. My legal name is Anuhazi. But you guys can call me either one. I won't be offended. Thank you for being here, Jesse Starseed. You said it, Sir Mendizum. We're here to save ourselves. And think about it, you guys. That's what they're pushing. That's the propaganda of religion. To get you to worship. They'll throw a Messiah before you. What are you doing with the Messiah? Worshipping it. One thing that's confusing is because there is distortion here. There is hatred here. There is darkness here. So people are going to think that that's the way it should be or whatever, or there's some distorted ideas about that. Just realize that from the context of the time matrix, it is levels of distortion. So if it up here is where it's a perfect divine blueprint, well, that divine blueprint just got distorted in 11th dimension, got distorted in more distorted in the 10th dimension, more distorted. You see what I'm saying? More distorted 8, more distorted 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. When you get to the human level, that is compounded 9 dimensions of distortion. So this is why we get all kinds of distorted beliefs and ideas, like worshiping some entity. And we sometimes say, I'm going to worship some divine being. Hello, you're a divine being. But once again, people are confused, like, oh, but we're not acting like angels because there's distortion here. And this is a hologram field. We're not our original selves down here. We're a fragment. Literally, you understand how it works? Is, let's say, an archangel projects part of its consciousness. Now, the divine sacred number is 12. The divine works on a base 12 system. So, for example, the avatar will project 12 pieces, fragments of itself. Well, I started with avatar level. Archangel level. The archangel will project 12 fragments into the angel level, the angel dimension. That's just a piece of your true self. You're living a life here on earth? Well, this is just 1/12 of the consciousness of your soul. Your consciousness took its consciousness and projected it into the Earth system into 12 pieces. You know, ascension is taking those pieces back into the source, bringing it back to source. Your source is the soul, and the soul's source is the oversoul. The oversoul's source is the avatar. The avatar's source is the rishi, the metaterrestrials, the three flames. The three flame source is a geomantic entity. The first level, the third, actually 1, 2, 3, the third level of Ascended Master. But people think of this, first level is like first grade, second grade is better. It's the other way. You see what I'm saying? The first level is the highest level. The second level, Ascended Master level. Third level is the geomantic entity. The geomantic entity is projected by the polaric entity. The polaric entity is projected by the Ekar. The Ekar is projected by Source God. So everything goes into fragments and pieces of itself. This is why you find out all your different pieces of yourself is 1,728. That's a lot of pieces, a lot of fragments, a lot of parts. But that's all you. Just understand that as you grow, you're part of that. And just like you can interact with alien beings in alien worlds, those beings in those worlds can interact with you. Those parts of you who are up there in those levels. That part of you who is an archangel. And if you learn these, there's 144 archangel selves. You have 144 angel selves. You have 144 down here incarnate selves. We're not even souls yet. That's why the concept of soul is so distorted. For many reasons, the concept of soul is distorted. Okay? It's a level of consciousness, a level of spirit, a level of body matter, just like the archangel level is, and same with the avatar level, and keep on going up. So our goal as a light worker is to bring that within ourselves. We're literally having these experiences with our other selves. And some of those are above, so we call them higher selves. Nothing is really up or down, but we use those words to help understand. The creation, or they talk about it being spheres within spheres within spheres. Earth hippies and Earth New Agers will say it's a flat Earth. It's not a flat Earth. Spheres within spheres within spheres within more spheres. That's what Creator God, Source God, God Force is. Spheres within spheres. And this is how God is tangible. The soul is tangible. You can learn the context for God, for creation, through these teachings that teach you biospiritual healing. And so we offer these PDFs because these teachings are under attack. So we have to hold on to them, you guys. I'm holding on to the teachings. Indigo, a couple of you are holding on to the diagrams, to the video files. You should have terabytes of space available to you. So, like me, I'm a PC guy. I'm always working with a computer, not these little stupid devices. I can't stand working on a small screen. Are you kidding me? No keyboard, no mouse. I got to go like this, slide and push and pull and what? No, give me a huge freaking screen and a control with keyboards and a mouse. 89, I guess. You see what I'm saying? It's like to each their own. Some of you love those little screens, little tiny message, little pictures. Oh yeah. No, thank you. Not at all. Can't stand that. Machiwa. And actually, I want one of those when I can afford it, when I have a whole different lifestyle, I can put down the money for it. I will have one of those laser disc short throw projector screens. That a short throw means it can be inches away from the wall. Like if the wall is right in front of my face, if the wall is right in front of the projector can shoot it up. And it's lasered. 4K, 8K, whatever. So that's what I mean. I don't want no small device. Are you kidding me? I want a freaking huge wall size. And when I did, back in my previous life, earlier in my life here, I was making good money. So I had that stuff. I know what it's like to work on my computer on a huge screen. Right now, I'm limited to what is this, 36-inch monitor or something? I can't remember. It might be 42-inch. I think it's a 42-inch monitor. Machiwa, holy ones. Thank you, Sarah. The Sarah Burchett. Thank you guys for all your different, sharing your background, sharing your experiences. So living as a light worker is a responsibility. It's a mindfulness. It's a lifestyle where you're involved regularly. You're involved regularly in meditation. You're involved in being mindful of what you eat. And since I guess replied to comments recently about that, let's talk about that for a minute. And this is not judging any of your guys' lifestyles. Bless you and whatever choices you're making. I simply make this based on from an energy point of view. Your diet is very important, okay? And there can be different opinions about this, but we look at it from meat compared to, let's say, a vegan diet from an energy point of view. But just saying that it's also because animals don't want to. They show visibly they don't want to be killed. They don't want to be murdered and, eaten. They visibly show that. Okay? They don't give you permission. We don't ask for their permission. Humans don't. And, some of us don't even want to kill a fly, much less kill a whole cow or whatever, lamb, pig, whatever. So if you look at the energy on something called Kirlian photography, you will see the energy of, it's dead meat. The energy of dead meat there is no energy. It's dead. You're not getting life force. There is no life force left in dead meat flesh. Not like a quantity like you're thinking, right? So when you look in Kirlian photography, it'll show as showing no energy or very, very low, depending on how freshly killed it is. So take the same idea and look at Kirlian photography of veggies. It's radiant, it's shining brightly. It is a whole different paradigm from eating dead meat to eating vegetable meat. But we also consider how they're being exploited. Okay? Animals are kept in these tiny freaking cages. You can look at the pictures of it if you want to. I can't stomach it, right? If you can stomach it, look at the conditions of these animals. They're just bred. They're just being bred to be murdered and eaten. And I saw a video recently of someone showing animals who are about to go into the guillotine. You see them freaking out and running away from it. Animals don't want to be freaking eaten. Okay, now take fruits and veggies. Let's say an apple. The tree is offering it to, and it actually Think about plants and fruits. They want to protect the seeds. And the seeds, if they're eaten by animals or humans, it's sent out, by birds or whatever. They poop the seeds out somewhere else. The plant, and think about this, the tree that gave you a bunch of apples is not dead from plucking its fruit. It's offered. If no one takes the offering of nature, it falls to the ground and rots. It's wasted. You see the difference between, or you see the energy difference between eating animals or veggies. I won't go far and deep into it, you guys. Just realize that principle. Machiwa. Makaya. And these trees and these plants will go through cycles, fall, spring, summer, and be producing fruit for you. And you don't have to murder the tree. It's a touchy subject for lightworkers. Machiwa. It can make you, if not upset, it can make you angry. But my mission isn't to go into the world and try to stop people from eating meat. That's not, what are you going to do? We're not meant to interfere with other people's free will, just like we don't want anyone interfering with our free will. Let them make their own bad choices or good choices or whatever. We don't get into other people's business. We're not trying to control what they're, that is something as a race, as the human race, we deal with that. And there's a whole bunch of immature consciousness. When I made a video about it once, showing the horrible conditions of what animals are put into, man, you get to see how sick and broken people's immature vibrations are. It makes you upset seeing these people act like clowns. Hey, you can disagree and eat meat. Fine. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people who are cruel and joke about this. When I showed animals being treated cruelly, they said, "Oh, thank you for your video. That makes me want to go eat some chicken nuggets." You see what I'm saying? That's the consciousness that we deal with as light workers. Low vibe people who are atrocious in their ideas and thoughts. I wouldn't want to be a mind reader or doing telepathy with some of these people, because you hear the disgusting things they say. Imagine all the things they don't say. So this is one of the reasons why we put boundaries on those type of energies. Machiwa. There we go, Joey. See, everyone's going to have different opinions and everyone's going to have different ideas. Eggs is not vegan. We talk about vegan diet. Vegetarians, what is that? What the F is vegetarians doing? Okay, they're not eating animals, but they're still keeping the animals in cages. This is my point. Have you seen these animals in cages? No? Go look at them. Because if you're only a vegetarian, guess what? You're still keeping the cow in cages so you can get the dairy from the cheese and the yogurt and the milk. They're still suffering. So you haven't gone far enough, Holy One. So you want to be a vegan and not take the cow and the cheese and the eggs. I mean, chickens are one of the worst. Look at, prisoners have small spaces, but look at the space of a chicken, man. In these farms, in these huge companies that are breeding them just to lay eggs. And of course, when the chicken's ready, they'll mutilate, chop it up, and sell its body part. So So you'll get people saying comments. That just shows you're just showing your consciousness. That's what I'm saying. If someone acts that way to you and acts that disgusting that way, you just leave the conversation. You leave the friendship. No, seriously, man. You'll hear some people with some really, really cruel things to say. So most of the psychic things that are happening is a light worker is on a spiritual journey, and they're aligning themselves with their higher self, and because of that, they will start experiencing paranormal psychic perceptions. And it's hard to talk about that with other people who don't even believe in that stuff. But you're going to start meeting or becoming aware of greater things. I mean, I don't mean greater. I mean, your awareness will expand beyond your little life, beyond your city, beyond your nation, beyond the planet. Your awareness will go into the solar system. You will go into the galaxy. You'll go into the universe. Okay? You see the difference between a light worker and an earthseed. So a light worker is expanding their awareness, expanding their activities even into greater levels of their universal identity. Okay? So as a light worker, you're expanding that identity. Remember, you're always evolving. When you find yourself in 3D, man, you're not going to run out of ways to evolve. You have so much more to evolve. 4D, you have to get to 5D, go through many. Remember, 144 lives to get out of density 1. You're going to go through 144 lives to go out of density 2. You're going to have 144 lives. You're going to have 1,728 life experiences, incarnations, in their own time vectors. Is this a special time? 2122 is a special day or number? It's interesting because it's only 7:23 here. But I guess Helena's on the East Coast. And our brother, I guess Mendizum is morning, right? Like, I'll just throw it up real quick. Oh, okay. Yeah, so anyways, it's kind of like the roles of light workers in 2024. It's a powerful year of transformation, you guys, where basically many spiritual energies are intensifying. And that's why we talk about the Stargates. It's because of the Stargates 1 through 6. 6 Stargates are still open. That means dimensions 1 through 6 are flowing to Earth. This is the energies that are intensifying during this period. And we talk about it in these teachings. That's why light workers are being called to help raise the planet's vibration. We talk about how starseeds are actually they literally are meant to work with earth seeds. Starseeds are meant to help and assist earth seeds. Earth seeds are ones who are seated on earth. Okay, so part of your identity is of earth. But a starseed is someone who has come from other planets, other dimensions, through the soul integration process, become born into a body here on earth. So this is how we get here, as a light worker, but also this is our mission. We're meant to assist the earth seeds in their journey. You could call us like wayshores or trailblazers. You see, we're not calling ourselves like we say holy ones, but we're not calling ourselves chosen ones. Because I just talked about chosen ones earlier. Lightworkers act as guides. Okay, we act as healers. And we're like a catalyst during these times. You know, it is you could say, all kinds of drama in the world. Like they talk about World War III, possibly. And so we're meant to help during these times. We knew what were coming in. You know, these beings from other worlds, they know the future. Doesn't mean you remember the future when you get here, but generally speaking, you know what you're getting into as a starseed soul essence, as an indigo child coming here to this drama. You know there's a drama here. You're like, why would I choose to come here during this time? I want to go back home. Can I please get evacuated back home? And we have this inner power, you guys, these inner power and abilities. You know, empathy is one of those things. I actually kind of put light workers and empaths kind of like in the same category because they're both psychic people. They're both usually spiritual. Of course, we have something called dark empaths, but you know, that's a whole negative. That's more of a narcissist type of empath. It's basically empathic narcissist, yeah. So, or psychopath or some sort, twisted thinking, right? But yeah, so and the fact alone that you learn how to heal. You learn how to heal with your body, with your hands. You learn how to move frequency through your body. You'll literally feel it. Like we can get lit later, and you don't have to get lit to do it, but I'm saying it helps to feel these energies. You'll feel the energies. And so it's not just all in your head. When you feel it running through your spine, you feel it in the back of your head, you feel it on one of your chakra areas, you feel the frequency. It's not imagination. It's not just in your head. You feel it, not just your head, right? You feel it below your feet. You feel it in your palms. So it's not about being in here. Like with 3D people, they don't understand. They don't have any reference. So what can they do? Except say, oh, it doesn't exist. Show me some proof. I want proof. Well, in order for you to get proof of something that's invisible, like life force energy, there's no instruments that are going to show you. So you need to go through your own inner Christ journey, your own spiritual journey, right? To see proof. Because you can't borrow proof. You can't have someone give it to you. You have to actually go through that. Like back when I started my journey, I wanted some type of proof because that's the life I lived, going by what you see. And so I had to go through all kinds of changes, man, before I started seeing proof. And boy, did it come, right? You got more than you bargained for, maybe, Machiwa. Like some people literally don't want to see alien beings. They don't want to see paranormal stuff. Like, please, no, thank you. And you guys will have spiritual challenges, by the way. It's not an easy road. It's not always butterflies and rainbows. Okay? Some of it, like we talked about the Stargates, those create symptoms. And not all of them joyful or pleasant. So you might have ascension symptoms. Raise your hand, write it in the comments. That is kind of like confirmation. You wouldn't call it proof, but it is a sort of confirmation that you are experiencing these changes from the awakening happening. Not all people are going to be on a spiritual journey, but they still can experience some of these changes. So someone like, you'll see it play out in the hologram, in the world. You'll see how dramas will happen, wars will happen, aggressions will happen, infighting will happen. You know, you're going to see symptoms, proof that, hey, there is some underlying spiritual bondage, spiritual issue. And so, Machiwa. Proof was already embedded in my soul and heart and mind before my mom birthed me, says Helena. Thank you, Helena. Star's Child says having symptoms. Yeah, Indigo, can you believe that archive.org went down? Archive, let me see if it's still down. I bet you they were attacked by something big. It's still off. The Wayback Machine, Archive It, and blog.archive.org resumed. What? It didn't resume. Other internet services are temporarily offline. I don't know where it's going. All I know, it has been... It says open, though. Anyways. I was just tripping out that our old links to these PDFs weren't working. Oh, Indigo Wizard, you changed your icon, brother. That's cool. I didn't get a chance to notice that. Sarah Burchett, when opening up chakra, can you experience unpleasant symptoms or pain when we are unblocking or trying to open dormant chakras? I think it's possible because it's kind of like going to the gym. And you will feel pain from soreness of working muscles you never worked before. You're working chakras you haven't worked before. There might be discomfort like that. I mean, in the angelic realities, like, let me look that up real quick. I'll put it on the screen so people can see it real quick. And maybe some of you are experiencing as light workers or just people on a spiritual journey, right? Like, I guess to find Voyagers, I gotta... It's not Voyagers, it's angelic realities. And let me switch it over to that so you guys can see it. I know there's something that hot. Okay, whatever. Okay, see, these are some of the negative things you can... So you don't have to be on a spiritual journey. Some of these things could be painful or negative, right? Change in sleeping and eating patterns. These are some signs. I mean, normal people can have eating pattern changes, but I'm just saying, look, there's 15 different things. This is one of them, to have changes in sleep and eating patterns. You can also experience temporary mood swings. Some of us are having anxiety attacks or manic or depressive states. Hello, indigo type 3s. Hot or cold flashes and hormone flux. Wow. So some of these things are cool, like spontaneous out-of-body experience and astral conscious projection, having lucid dreaming, dream recall, right? Seeing paranormal stuff like specks, dots, balls, and projectiles of light. But some of them are not so cool. Just wanted to share that real quick because every now and then comes up. But I haven't experienced anything painful like you say. There could be some underlying problems. Like some people talk about some chakras being understimulated, and there could be the opposite problem, overstimulation. Like the root chakra can be understimulated or overstimulated. So those are not balances. That's not a natural condition. So realize that these changes can create some type of pain. But this is something that you want to look very carefully at and look online. I would say check if other people are having some pain in the areas that you're talking about, because to check and make sure it's not a concern, or at least that it's going to go away eventually, right? But yeah, you guys, you have to realize, remember what I said earlier, spiritual journey is about change, and I didn't just mean mental changes. It could be emotional changes, physical changes, spiritual changes. So all those things are literally kind of like, at first it looks like a bad thing, but it's a sign of evolution. Because we fell into de-evolution. If you find yourself in the 3D, that's not an evolved state. Our divine perfect blueprint is in the 12th dimension. So we're going to experience pain, we're suffering, aging, discussing stuff that humans go through. We have to sleep, we have to poop, we have to shower and use deodorant and fart and burp, and damn, we're disgusting creatures down here. Versus being immortal, versus being more, see, the higher in dimension, generally speaking, you're more closer to your identity, to your memory of Creator God, your connections, your psychic perceptions. But there's also fallen beings in higher levels, all the way up to the 11th dimension. Okay, they're in a state of falling, so they won't stay in the 11th dimension. They'll fall to the 10th, they'll fall to the 9th. They're de-evolving. Okay, so, but yeah. Hopefully you want to check into and make sure you're not supposed to be experiencing pain, sister, in that, whatever you're dealing with. I don't know everything, I can only suggest certain things on certain topics, but yeah, I will look into that. Amber, it's such a good feeling to know we have a safe space to talk about these symptoms and not be judged or looked at crazy. Oh, of course, Amber, that's what we talk about. We even say that we can't share some of this with our relatives. Like say you're having ascension symptoms. Do you think your parents are going to understand? Your brothers, sister, your cousins, your family, your maybe your partner. So yes, we want a safe space where we can talk about this. And generally speaking, in our members area is also a safe space, you guys. Even for $5, that's supporting this work. But also you get to become a member and be on our Discord chat server. We have several rooms there. Like, you can just chat in general, but if you want to go deep into some of the other categories, we have rooms for those. You could also have video chats with people or voice chats with people, or just text chat. So that's all offered to anyone from $5 or up membership. So it's a safe space. That's why we have a few gentle rules, guidelines. We're not too strict there, but when someone abuses our space, it affects everybody. So we have to react. So, but yeah, you found like-minded people in the innerchristos teachings. And so we're not meant to have judgment, but you can still experience judgment by even another spiritual person who still doesn't get it all the way, right? Just keep that in mind. Don't let that affect you guys. Don't let someone else's negative junk come down on you. And certainly try not to be triggering to other people's negative, treatment to you. The best way to go about that is to simply just leave the conversation and don't allow another conversation with that person, right? Oh, Jessica, have you heard of electronic communication? Yes. There's an actual technology that they're using to speak voices into people's heads. Let me check. I think they talk about that in the Secret Space program. I don't even know how to search the query. It's some type of voice of God in your head type of technology. But it's all technology. They figured out a way how to do it. And so in all this industrial espionage and all this spiritual war and politics, if they want to target someone, they can send voices into their head with technology. So yes, I have heard of it. Some of the information I got to refresh myself on, but yeah, I'm a student. I mean, not actively now, but I've been through a lot of the secret space program information, and so I know that they have that capacity, you guys. Just like I heard one of the whistleblowers talking about how they can shoot your consciousness way out into different parts of the solar system. I mean, with technology, they have technology that can see into the future. Has to do with AI and physics. Okay, I don't go there usually on this channel because those are no subjects to the algorithm. I could get banned or get these marks, you get 3 strikes, you're out. I don't want to go there, so I keep it to the spiritual stuff. But yeah, that's a lot of conspiracy theory stuff, but I call it conspiracy fact. Who came up with the word conspiracy theory? It was the CIA. Now it's a theory instead of something that's real, right? And if you guys have a question, please tag me. Just tag my name, Christos Avatar, so it highlights. Amber, what do you think of chemtrails? It's definitely kind of like, when a ET goes to another planet, they have to change the environment. Yeah. They're changing our planet, they're changing the humans, they're changing life. There's even rumors of them putting like chopped up humans or babies in there. When they work off of black magic, they do rituals. A chemtrail could be a ritual to them, depending on what they put in there. Just like they're putting this in your body, they're poisoning our air. You're breathing it in. You're drinking the poison water. Some of you just can't get enough of that tap water. They're poisoning your food. They poison the seeds. They're after you. They're about transhumanizing you. They're gonna change you. They have been. It's not new. How long have we dealt with chemtrails? We are all aware of chemtrails, but they haven't stopped. We haven't got enough people to stop it. According to experts in airplanes and aerospace, those planes shouldn't be leaving trails. There shouldn't be planes leaving trails. What does that say about their spraying? That's something you can research and find a lot about, but that's been going on and still going on. They're still spraying us. They're still poisoning us. Nothing new. Bless your grandpa, Helena. USSR? Yeah. It's interesting how the Russians talk more about, let's say, psychic powers, and they're the ones doing all the pyramid work. There's a lot of people doing research in the pyramids. Like, they make their own pyramids, man, and do research and have supernatural results. Paranormal things are happening when they go inside these pyramids that they created at certain angles. This is why the day I finally have my own retreat, it's going to have freaking pyramids in it. So people can go inside. They're going to be miniature pyramids, not like the Giza pyramid. I mean, small size pyramids, even if it's the size of a building or 2-story building or 3-story building. To get in one of these, you guys, it does miraculous things. The Russians talk about it in open. They write books about it. You can't talk about that shit in America without being a conspiracy theory. So I'm not saying Russians are perfect, right? I'm just saying that they're more open-minded. That's all. And think about this. Europeans, they show nudity. They show breasts on TV, but Americans won't show breasts. We rate movies, so people don't have to see porn if they don't want to, right? Anushka, hello, greetings. Nice to see you, Holy One. Thank you for being here. Barium and aluminum. Ball worship. You said it, brother. What's up? Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. They'll put twisted stuff in there. They'll put black magic sticks in there. They'll put dark intentions in there. It's effed up, man. And if you look at the 5-pointed star that they use in Wicca and the occult, take the 5-pointed star upside down. It's a freaking goat head, man. Who's that goat head? Oh, that's a transhuman, that part human, or that's a Baphomet. The goat head Baphomet. You will see that in the upside down 5-pointed star. We don't use the 5-pointed star. We use the 6-pointed star. We don't use no 8-pointed star either. Okay? You see how they try to take sacred geometry and twist it. But yeah, these beings are into Moloch, into Baal, they're into dark entities, and they're being worshipped as good entities and positive beings because people are lost and freaking confused and have absolutely zero discernment. It's shocking what some people are following as spiritual divine teachings. Machiwa. Yeah, that's the whole thing, Tony Ashby. They don't want us remembering. They want us disempowered. And they don't want us remembering our true heritage. They want to give us a heritage. Oh, now we're not created by a guardian. We're not meant to be a guardian race. And now we're sinful, inferior humans. Now we're just created and seeded by the Anunnaki. BS. They don't want you. They are afraid of humans waking up their silicate matrix. That's what the Guardians call it. Or the Diamond Sun DNA, which is a 12 strand. This is why these scientists, if that's what you want to call them, the scientists say you only have 2 strands of DNA. Okay. You see, you're not getting the full picture in religion or science. You're getting distortions. You're getting intentional distortions. It's intentional, man. They know what they're doing. Not all of them, because it's what you call bureaucracies. It's in different departments. They don't. So no one knows the whole picture. Only certain individuals, like groups, with special top secret clearances, like MJ12, MJ this, MJ that. So, man, this is all coming from the ETs that you are calling gods. It is the ETs calling themselves gods, bringing you the false creed of blind worship. Now there's beings all over the planet worshiping. You're not meant to worship anything. Not even a saint, even though it sounds like a good idea. You're feeding energy to some entity. Any entity. So, but these beings in the elite, in the cabal, they're into beings like our brother said. They're into these entities, and that is their religion. They want to send that religion into the world. They want a transhumanist religion. They want their elitist. They want us to be following their elitist religion. And this reminds me of their whole ploy, because that's what it is. It's a trick. It's a ploy to get you to believe in the Anunnaki narrative, in the Anunnaki propaganda that they created us. They want to give us this Zachariah Ascension belief system, this Zachariah Anunnaki religion. It's a religion now. That's their religion. They want to make their religion our religion. And now you're worshiping Baal, Moloch, all these freaking entities that are wicked, Metatronic Death Star type of mechanics. Okay? You heard my interview with Metatron. Talking about Metatron. Okay? And so I made a few videos about Metatron so far, but I'm making a big one eventually. And so that's where you see, they want you to worship so they can feed off your life force, because they are finite beings. That's why. That's the reason why they created worshiping. Worshipping is sending energy to some entity. Maybe it's Baal, maybe it's Moloch, or one of these other dark Baphomet, or whatever. Yahweh, Father God, Allah, Father God. No Father God. This is not your creator. These are beings that need to feed off you, because they're finite. They set up technologies and systems to collect their food, to collect life force from gullible cult members and religion, and gullible New Age. Now New Age and religion, and we're talking about billions of religious people, are feeding these giant tanks, like on Saturn. They're usually cubes. And you see all these people in these sacred lands and sacred temples, not holy, they're unholy places. And they're feeding, they're walking around the cube, man. Check out my soul. Look into the cube technology. It's dark, man. Did you notice on the top of Saturn is a cube? There's pictures of it. You can go look. They have these technologies to feed off of loose. They're collecting loose energy from worshiping sacrifice, right? Sacrifice mutilated messiahs. It's all, no, hear what I said. It's all based on blood sacrifice. It's all, even Christianity, it's based on blood sacrifice. It's all based on rituals, these dark freaking rituals. Why do they do their rituals underground and in the shadows? Why are they hiding their practices? 'Cause it's wicked, man. And you're a Christic human trying to learn about God and stuff, but you get wrapped up, you're getting entangled in some freaking dark subservience. Now you're bowing. Now you're all invested in. Your heart is invested in. Your mind is invested in an angry God. Lightworkers transmute. Lightworkers get it. They see beyond the earth religions. We see there is, have actual experiences with malevolent entities. Can see things that 3D humans don't see, because they're stuck right here at the solar plexus and down. They're in the butt chakra consciousness. They're in the groin consciousness. Because most humans are about survival, root chakra, and sex, sacral chakra, and ego. That's the third solar plexus chakra. So when you're just in sex and survival and ego, there's not much enlightenment going on, right? So this is where starseeds come in. This is where lightworkers come in. We're coming in with not just solar plexus. We're coming in with heart chakra, baby. We're coming in with spiritual truth of the throat chakra. We're coming in with the clairvoyance of the third eye chakra and beyond. You know, I'm going to get lit. Please put a fire emoji in chat if you want to get lit with me. Machiwa, you know, we are expanding. We're sending out into the world the positive vibrations, the Christ message, the Christos message, the equality message, the not the inequality of religion and hierarchy of archangel systems. Lightworkers stand in their power because we will be attacked, but we want to remain in our conviction because people are going to try to take you away from your sacred mission. You have a sacred mission. Do you guys understand that there's only millions of us on planet Earth who are serving innerchristos, serving Creator God, serving divine right order? Lightworkers, you are meant to serve divine, to work within, to think within divine right order. That's the preference of God. Machiwa, Eddie family wants to get lit. Tony Moss, Star Child's up for it. Shauna, Barney Hill Jr., Amber wants to get down. Machiwa. Blessings to you, brother. Of course, Sir Mendizum. Helena. Machiwa. 100%. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys, this is something actually what a light worker would do is it's by choice as well, but they will sometimes experience like mushroom, because whatever your ideas are, how you can become naturally gifted and naturally psychic, man, whatever you say or think, mushroom will always take you way, way beyond your natural organic. No matter how much of a spiritual badass you are, baby, mushroom will take you much, 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 much higher than what you are here. Just saying. I'm not saying you do it all the time. I'm not saying you rely on it. I'm saying that, hey, as a light worker, you're going to check it. Even if it's just once in your life, baby. What's up? So, usually a light worker is someone who also wants to learn about healing. They want to know how to heal. They want to know how to heal themselves. They want to know how to heal others or help other people heal. I mean, think about this, you guys. It is within our potential to heal people with our hands, to heal our own selves. It's within our potential, all humans' potential. This is why one of the things you learn in these teachings, in, for example, Kathara biospiritual healing, you will learn that you can heal with your hands. You will learn how it comes through Source God, It goes through all the dimensionalized Merkabas. Okay, it goes through Source God. It goes through the Kirashe. I forget to say Kundare first. It goes through the Kundare. It goes through the Kirashe. It goes through the Christos. It goes through Kundalini. It goes through the planet, universe, galaxy, planet, person, and gets to you. It's part of you. It's what makes up your consciousness. It is your consciousness. It's fed all the way down from God Force, Machiwa. So we understand that paradigm, that aspect. Exactly. You said it, Sir Mandism. You really can't explain it to someone unless they did 5 grams. And most of the people are scared to death of that. You got to get over your fear, Holy Ones. If you come into that medicine with fear, oh boy, it's going to show up in your face. You don't want to have fear. And we're not trying to prove something. We're simply saying that the distortions are so strong on Earth that mushroom can take you outside that. Like, you skyrocket, man. You skyrocket past Earth, man. You skyrocket past the solar system. You go from 2024, find yourself in 100,000 AD. How about 300,000 AD? How about where there is no more time? So when you sit there and make fun of people who use medicine, I will never touch that, or I'll never smoke, or I'll never drink, or sit down in a, with medicine. Like Mandism said, they have no idea, man. Even some previous friends I had in the Christos information, they have all kinds of problems with it. They've never tried it. They never saw. Man, how do you describe? You can't. That's what I just said earlier. There's no way you can describe it unless they do it themselves. It's time. Within a week or 2, before it gets busy with the holidays, I'm going to do medicine and I will share it with you guys, because usually it is freaking epic. Not even close to some, oh, that's cool, that was great, that was amazing. Not even close, not even remotely close, man. It's not of this world. It's not in this galaxy. It's something way beyond your avatar. It's beyond, man. It's beyond. Like in the vessel, in the 3D human body vessel, you'll experience things you shouldn't, but will. I don't mean shouldn't as it's bad. I mean, physics says it can't happen. Science says it's not real. That's what I mean by it shouldn't happen. But it does happen because it is real, because you are experiencing unlimited consciousness. Like, one way I can explain it, it's like you have yourself. You have yourself and everything you learned in this planet Earth without forgetting, with no forgetting. Let's say you remembered suddenly everything. You remember everything that you said, everything you did, every person's face, every detail of your existence from when you were born to now. All of that is a lot of thoughts and ideas and memories and experiences. We'll take that times millions of times of more data. Suddenly, I can process millions of times more consciousness, more knowledge, futuristic worlds outside of time-space. Chihuahua! Let the haters hate. Let you little, my chica, masuya, vastotas, don't take mushroom. Don't. Nah, it's not, you're not ready for it. It's not for you. Apparently, you're never going to experience having your arm go through your wall. You're never going to experience this shit that we're trying to describe in your entire life because you refuse to sit down and in a sacred space with medicine like mushroom and just have hate for it, have hate for people that do it. This is why there's boundaries on you. This is why we're not, friends, because you judge, you're judging, you're still judging. Haven't learned a damn thing about Christ consciousness. Haven't learned nothing about, unity. Still judging, still saying you're right and wrong. There is no right and wrong in unity. Doesn't mean we say it's okay. What we're saying is, it's like the fallen angels. We don't say they're wrong, but we also don't condone what they say. When you can love these type of people who are judging you, that's when you know you're getting unity in Christ consciousness. Machiwa. Always put gratitude. Always send that in there, baby. Always send love. If you're passing your transmission hand over medicine or food or water, because I lived with Christians for so long, they do these little prayers over your food. It doesn't do much. Because why? It doesn't do anything. Please, Lord, bless this food to the nourishment of my body. You're not doing freaking anything. A person who is empowered, God, sovereign, free, they send intention. They know how to manifest thought to physical reality. Machiwa. They move energy. They can heal with thought. Mokaya. While you ask someone else to do it. Ask Archangel Michael to do it. Ask Father God to do it. Ask Jesus to do it. You're not doing jack shit for your own self when it is you who is responsible for your own spiritual evolution. You're not getting no Christ consciousness from a self-proclaimed archangel or God, we call it false gods. You're not getting your spiritual mastery from anyone else except for yourself. But you are. Man, the shamans use plant medicine. Native Americans use plant medicine. A lot of spiritual people use plant medicine. And still practice yoga, still practice meditation. It's not a crutch, it's not replacement. It's an addition. It's a sacrament. It's something that improves you temporarily. It's not meant to replace the innerchristos teachings. Smoking weed, taking mushroom is not replacing your spiritual ascension. That's not the message. That's not what I've been saying. I'm saying lightworker, empaths, indigos, starseeds, It's a sacrament. It's something that boosts you temporarily. And so, I feel it rising in my chest. It's going all across my head. I feel my feet building. My temples, the back of my head building. Do this with me, holy ones. Come on, let's do our palms. Come on, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, come on. Come on, 20, 30 seconds, come on. Hot, you feel it, hot? Come on. Play with it, move it out, bounce it, move it out, feel it in both palms, feel it. Feel it. See how far you can feel it. Can you feel it out here? I can feel it. Can you feel it out here? Come on. It goes to the farthest I can go. It's pulsing. My palms are pulsing. My solar plexus, big time now. Mostly as a clairvoyant, what I do at night is I'm not one of those people who sit in a chair and close my eyes and meditate. No. I'm standing and walking, but I have earplugs in. And a lot of these ideas I will put down on record. I'll record it. Because when you're in an altered state, you could be coming up with all kinds of brilliant ideas. And that happens to me all the time. Like, holy cow, of course, yes. And then I make a note of it and then do it. Follow through with it in the 3D world. One of your selves assisted you, brought this idea. It is you and I'm it. It's me. We're family. It's me. This is the understanding of the multidimensional identity. Okay, you're not just some race. You're not just some nation. Man, you're this massive collective. And at the end of the day, you're always one with God. Okay, that never changes. No matter if you mess up, God still loves you. And God, you got to stop thinking of God as I'm not telling you what to do. Let me reword myself. It would help if you stopped referring to God as a male or female. Because realize that God has no gender. God is not limited to gender. God is not limited to having a body at all. No body. Because God, in its original state, is pure consciousness. Well, it's always pure consciousness. You got to remind yourself of the all are one. God is everywhere. God is everything at once. Not separate, but unified. God is not separate parts. From its point of view, God is unity. This is why we try to embrace unity. Because that's God's natural state. Because remember, the whole purpose, the whole definition, the definition of God is that God includes everything. Nothing can be outside of God because God is everything. Nothing can go outside of God, the creator who created you. So if you're trying to say that some sinner went outside of God, where? Because God's omnipresent. God is there and there and there and everywhere. So how could some naughty person, naughty human, he raped, he killed, he whatever, stole. He was a terrible person, but he's still God. You see? Hitler is still God. Everything is God. It's funny, I say even potato bugs are God. And I had a comment, what's a potato bug? I didn't realize some people didn't know what a potato bug is. I thought everyone knew it's like, doesn't everyone know what a ladybug is? Doesn't everyone know what a potato bug is? It's one of those little bugs that roll themselves up to... It's kind of like the turtle. He pulls his arms and head in, but the little bug will do this. He'll curl inwards, and he hides his head and his whole body and his little legs. And he stays that way for, it could be a few seconds or almost a minute. He can stay in a little ball. And then if he thinks he's safe, he'll open himself back up and start crawling. It's a cute little gray little small bug. Even that is God. A little, you think insignificant God or bug. Nothing is insignificant. Nothing is meaningless. Nothing is not important. Everything is important. Everything is part of Creator God. You see, it was free will, baby. And guess what? Some parts of God wanted to experience the opposite of love. What's that over there? Let's check it out. Huh? How could a dark being ever want to be negative? You guys, when you understand that God is everything, including yourself, God does whatever the fuck He wants. I said it just once, sorry. God can do whatever it wants. Right? God wanted to experience polarity. God wanted to experience distortion because God dimensionalized itself. So we're in a dimensionalized system. The fact that there's many humans, hello, I'm one of them, who can perceive these other realities, they exist. I mean, don't take my word for it or anybody's word for it, because you, like all humans, can do it if you apply yourself to a spiritual path, but you don't want to. You think it's all hippie, stupid, new age stuff. Right? You got some excuse. What's up, holy ones? But I know some of you are serious. You're not just speaking lip service to Christ consciousness. You understand what it is. And you are an actual way shower. Trailblazer. Zoom! I do circles around you, baby. What's up? That's the kind of attitude you should have. You're a light worker. Let's kick ass. 2024. Light worker. Hello, I work light. I choose light. I serve light. There's no confusion here because it follows divine right order. God does have a preference. God does have its original intention. And remember, there's only distortion of Creator within what He, sorry, I say He, that was a mistake. Within the Creator is not a he or a she. God, it decided. You see, this is someone making these decisions. Well, it's all one. They're all decisions of the one. Think of God experiencing itself in a virtual reality that is multiplied by quadrillions, countless versions of itself. Or it's like you play a video game you love very much and you die eventually and then you replay it. Oh, you just reincarnated into a new life. Oh, the other game is saved on file. You call it the Akashic Records. Okay, this life is going to be in the Akashic Records. A different experience of God. All the Akashic Records, all of your records, the everything, the all, are going to one being. It's like you count how many thoughts have you had in your entire life. Think that all those thoughts are actually become real somewhere. That's how thought works. That's how consciousness works. Your thoughts are real somewhere. When you go deep, everything's real. But what we're trying to explain is that there's the physical body. It's not physical, but it's the body we call physical. And then there's the level of you in, say, the astral. The astral is projected into the incarnate body, but a 12th of its consciousness. And I would say even less, because, get it, you'll even hear Ashana say it, we have distortions in the fields. And so we only get, let me get a drink. We only get 33% of our consciousness. Because at the gate, we lose 2/3. So we only get 1/3 of ourself at first. But that's one filter. Then there's the DNA filter. You have all of the distortions in our DNA. And now, what the F are we now? That's 10%. I heard her use the word around 10%. 1/10? Man, imagine you 10 times, 10 magnitudes greater than you are now. 10 magnitudes in your age, 12 magnitudes of your intelligence, 12 magnitudes of your psychic abilities. Imagine you just this greater being, man. Get used to seeing yourself as this greater being, not from ego. Nothing to do with, I want to be greater so I can manipulate and control beings underneath me. No! Fato, smack across the head. Well, come on, Lightworker. Pay attention. Starseed bro, sis, come on. Little kid, little child of God. We're children of God, Vatos. What's up? We need to grow up. Grow the F up, kid. Machiwa. Time for you to step up, indigo child. Empath. Lightworker. What's up, Starseeds? We're bringing the light of Creator God. We're bringing the inner Christ, inner Christos. We are the Christos avatars, holy ones. Say this affirmation with me. I am holy Christos avatar. I am holy Christos avatar. I am holy Christos avatar. We're all that potential of remembering our 12th dimensional Christos avatar. That's who we are. It's a level of ourself, but most humans are not realizing it. They got all these blocks in their consciousness, blocks in their DNA, all these filters in life. They're just looking at some devices and listening to music and watching videos and working and paying taxes and just having families and having kids, having education, having jobs, having some type of spiritual life. You are all this and many more. You are many beings. Why don't you start remembering them? Don't you want to remember your other selves? It's your identity. Don't just have a singular identity. You're many. Why are you making fun of people who are, you call them schizophrenics, or people who are seeing other levels of reality, and because of that, that's why you give them pharmaceuticals, so they no longer see other levels of reality, just like you. It's like you've been sterilized. You forgot who you are right now. Your potential human race. Get off your knees. Wake up. It is the 2024 Lightworker awakening, homies. We're becoming educated. We're practicing and training like a Jedi. What's up, Jedi? What's up, Christos? What's up, God? I am God. You are God. We are God. I am Machiwa. Realize, speak from light. Don't pretend and speak lip service to it. Be it. Because the real light exposes the false light. We will talk about you and say your name even. What's up? I love you, but we don't like you. And this is why. Bless you. Remember, you can love a being because you know it's part of God. But I swear that asshole or bitch, you will say to yourself, not me, I won't say that, but you know, you're like, I can't like that person. I can't stand them. I love them, but I don't like them at all. Get away from me. I love you. Bless you. See? Be loving, but know your boundaries, sweetheart. What are you still doing with the narcissist? You should have broke up with his ass. You should have divorced her ass, you know, or whatever. Let go of the vampire. No longer, you say, claim it, own it. Say, I'm no longer having vampires in my life. I'm letting go of all vampires. I am transmuting all vampires out of my life. Make it an affirmation, honey. Manifest that, sweetheart. You will make it happen. You won't have problems. You know, you got someone doing black magic on you, or you got someone envious of you and hating on you. What's up? This is energy. Understand your energy. The situation is energy. That person you have a problem with is only energy. Your energy. Be mindful. Be present. Be aware. Kuchma. Realize. See. You don't have to take someone else's opinion. Oh, I'm just supposed to take your word for it, huh? Go check yourself. You can leave your body. You do it every night when you dream. Everybody has a dream, even if they're not remembering it. You have a problem remembering. Doesn't mean you don't dream. That's a silly logic. Machiwa. We are awakening. It's a group thing, honey. Are you part of this? Come on. Or are you some diva thinking it's all about you? You should be worshipped. That's a vampire. What would we say about worshiping? It's free will. Here, worship me. I mean, take my life force, basically. You're worshiping a celebrity, you're feeding him. You're worshiping a king, you're feeding it. You're worshiping a saint, you're feeding it. You're creating it. You're an egregore. You know what that is? Look it up. Egregore. It's an occult term. Chicas masul. A group consciousness. This like mind groups together. It's an energy field, an egregore. You're this energy field of Christians. You're an energy field egregore. You're an egregore. Islam. New Age is an egregore. You're part of it if you're in it. It's your identity, this egregore of a collective mind, thought. You look at social media on this topic. You read books on this topic. You know, so this is like... Thank you very much. It feels good. So we talk about light workers. Are you serving light? Are you one of those false prophets, false new age teachers? I know some of those in real life. You probably do too. They're out there. You can see them a mile away when you learn the false creeds. When you learn the 12 attitudes of mastery. Yes, the guardians share that with us. Are you living, breathing, speaking, thinking the 12 attitudes? Within those attitudes. Speak within. Mindfulness. Not some like spaced out person with the F. Mindfulness. Not 24/7, but spend some time in stillness, reflection, inner God, inner Christos, inside. Go inside, holy ones. Find thyself, know thyself by going inside. That means you close your eyes. That means you're quiet and not moving. That means you're at attention. Master the breath, holy ones. Blessings to you. From the Guardian Alliance. Fato Locos! I want to say, you guys, if you liked any of this video, you're getting something back. More internet issue. Back to excellent connection. Like, do you think all these people with multi-personalities are bad? Why is that bad if they have awareness of more than oneself? Look at it that way. You label you guys understand you're in a spiritual war. And you're getting attacked like shit like this. Man, when you start to become awakened to these dark beings and what they're doing, or, it's a joke. It's a laugh. When you know it just takes a shift in your consciousness to be completely free, to be God's sovereign free. We are God's sovereign free, baby. But not everybody realizes that. Not everybody affirms that. Affirmation, affirm. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. That's not coming from a space of ego. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. That means you understand the sacred universal law of one. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. It means you know thyself. And some people say, I don't teach anything practical. Or they also say, machiwa. Yeah, baby. Machiwa. We're going to have a Starseed. No, we're going to have a Lightworker party. Those of you who are serving the Unici. Do you know what is the Unici? The Guardians didn't use the word God. But they called what we call God Unici. What I mean is, it's a sound tone. You know how Prince changed his name because he was pissed off at the recording label? He made himself a sign. Instead of a name, he used a symbol as his name. So, yeah. You're in full control, Vato. But it's a journey, man, of transformation. Spiritual ascension is about transmigration from this plane of existence to another. That means your soul essence goes into another body. So unfortunately, that transition requires you getting killed or something. You dying. It's called the death process. So, or if it's not going to go happen through the death process, That means you have to go be evacuated by the guardians, UFOs. So it's possible they could help you, Starseed, Indigo Child, Lightworker, if you're one of these people doing the work. Maybe you're one of the 144,000 Machiwa in attendance, Makaya. Most likely you too are feeling channeling or some connection to yourself, channeling your higher self, telepathy with your higher self, knowing and experiencing your higher self, which is yourself. Don't think of it as, oh, some strange alien being. No, that's you in a future body. But we're multidimensional. We can go in and out of different periods of time, which is all an illusion, but it's an illusion of light, an illusion of the spirit, of how the matrix works. It's a hologram field. And so it has to do with light fields, the primal light fields. We have the blue. We actually say pale turquoise light. We have the pale gold, or they actually say pale yellow light. And then finally, pale magenta light. These are the three original creation currents, and so of the time matrix, which everything else comes out of. But the interesting thing is, first there was only the blue flame, and within the blue flame is the gold flame, they call. Within the gold flame is the violet flame. But it's weird because this is the bigger one. So I remember Ashana describing it in the Kathara workshop, that light expanded. This is why Elohim, is in the 13th dimension. Okay? The Christ is 12th dimension, the Christos. And then the 13th dimension is where Elohim is. So Elohim is the bigger one. I guess these are just other smaller expansions. I mean, they're smaller than the original creator, but I mean, the Elohim. So light expands, but the other dimensions go down within. So that's how you explain the gold flame is higher in dimension than the blue flame. But thank you for those hearts, Holy One. But the blue flame is still the original sphere. So it's the Elohim. And the Elohim created the Seraphi. And the Seraphi created the Brahma. Now we have fallen Elohim called Elohim. So some people think that's a sacred name. It's not. It's the name of a fallen angelic race. The first one. These beings are very hateful, very racist. They think themselves superior to all other life. And they're all about the path of chaos, man. Which is going to lead them into the destiny of sorrow. I choose the path of order, man. And that takes you to the destiny of joy. Do you want to experience sorrow or joy? It's a no-brainer, but some people like to be dark, like to be shadow, like to be depressed. Well, maybe it's not liking, but you are depressed. You know, negative energies, fallen energies, dark energies. You're into death. You're into torture. You're into sacrifice. What the F, man? That's demonic energy. That's fallen angelic consciousness. What are you doing? You see, other actual people who are serving, love and light are going to see the darkness. They're going to, you can't fool everybody, right? So there's a lot of gullible sheep down here. A lot of people in Sleepers Anonymous. People have no clue. Can you imagine? There's a lot of information to learn in these teachings. And so can you imagine that some people haven't even started? They don't even know what Cathara is. What? How? Man, you better get started at least on Voyagers, man. You should have a copy of this on your device. Maybe you bought the book. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what you paid for this book. That's what I paid. That's what everybody paid before. Ashiana quadrupled the price? I don't know. No, it's not quadrupled. I'm exaggerating, but still, she jacked up the price, man. But I'm glad that I got a copy, even though it's got my candle wax. I can take it off. See, it comes off, but well, some of it's, I don't know. I actually might have another copy of this. I would rather have a bunch of these instead of a bunch of Bibles. Yeah, you guys. It gets interesting on my show at the end after we take medicine, but, you know, that's why we always make sure I cover the topic before I take the medicine. That's a disclaimer. But bless all of you, 113 people. This is strong. I think the innerchristos has a great potential. I mean, to grow to millions more people. Why not? Let's try to get millions of more people finding their Christ consciousness, activating their Maharic seal, having paranormal experiences, having psychic experiences. Come on, man. We all should. Religion is so full of fear. Those people are so afraid. They think everything is dark. I mean, they think that if you have some psychic powers that you're messing with the devil or Lucifer, or Satan, you're just confused and lost and need to be saved, and you're a sinner. You're going to go to hell. We're warning you. You're going to be damned into the lake of fire. You know, you don't laugh at them, but you know it's so ridiculous. And so you just smile and, you know, go peacefully. Because you remember when you were there, when you were praising Jesus and you know, worshiping and teething the church, feeding that system, feeding that energy to Moloch and Baal and Baphomet. OMG. To Lucifer and all this dark shit, man. Wow. Praise this slavery. Praise spiritual bondage. No, what are you doing? My Chiwa, you transmute that. Lightworker, 2024, no more. Boycott. Well, we don't boycott, but you know what I'm saying? You want to feel like boycotting religion. But that's not love and that's not equality. So treat everyone equally. Let them be wrong. That's one of my sayings. Let them be wrong. Allow people to make mistakes. They don't need you correcting them. Did they ask? Well, if they asked, then go ahead. But did they ask? So what are you just offering? Your criticism, your judgment. You can tell them better what they could do and what they shouldn't do. What? You're God sovereign free or you're not? Are you a punk to a narcissist? Are you letting someone lead you, guide you, control you? Why? You change that in a second. Change that right now. You're no longer serving a vampire. You didn't consider breaking up or leaving? You can't leave, just leave. Do it. Oh, okay, so you're agreeing. What do they call it? Like, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to say those words because it's so many, politically incorrect things that you could say. You got to be responsible when you're on social media. You can't just say whatever comes to mind. But anyways, is that Indigo Jamie, brother? What's up? What's up, brother? Yeah, we love Jamie, right? See you, brother. Hasta la Vega. Hasta la Vista. Hasta la Vega. Machiwa. Maybe there's a reason I said Vega, right? I don't know. I'll probably realize it in the middle of the night. But it's interesting because I'm trying to go to bed earlier so I can wake up earlier to get more work done. So I'm trying to go to bed earlier. And I got to somehow find the time to do medicine. It's time for mushroom, man. It's time. Way past time. I can't wait. Mochiwa. I just got to find the right time. The right day. Because now I do drum circles on Sundays until they do it on Saturdays. Then maybe I can make it work. But I'm so happy for you guys who are members. But hey, you guys, please don't leave without at least even $1 or $2. Please help your brother Thavian out. Because you're $3, you're $5. Wow, you're $50. Dang. Thank you guys for supporting this work, helping me survive and spend my time making this content for you guys. I got great plans. This is going to grow. This is going to get big. We're going to be big, homies. You watch and see. We're going to manifest this together in our group, our inner Christ group, man. Our God spark within. We're finding ourselves within. Give me 5 indigo. I'm too sexy for the shirt. We got this. You're never alone. See, you're not alone, homie. What's up? Free white dove. Oh, thanks for being you. Bless you, sister. Look at that pear, you cutie pie. I mean, you see the pear. Bless you, Free White Dove. Thank you for supporting this work. Thank you for also being a member for 6 months plus. Yeah, we love her, don't we, Stardust Goddess? We love you too. Oh yeah, Joey. What's up, bro? That's right. I thought I recognized your emoji or your photo. Yeah, man, I'll be there tomorrow, Holmes. It is a sacred space too. I mean, it's sacred. It's a sacred Sunday. Yeah, man. Even when I was homeless, I was going to the sacred Sunday. Not all the time, but when I could for afford gas money. Like sometimes I had to stay where I was camped until I had funds come through somehow. You know, you're always hoping somehow you're going to survive. You're thinking about your water routine. Like, how am I going to get my water living out here in the desert? I got to have these containers. I got to go fill them at those water dispensary things, and because it's the cheapest. Man, they just raised the gallon for me on my machine out here. Used to be 25 cents. Gee. For real, for 1 gallon. And you guys pay $2 or more at a gas station or even a grocery store is a couple dollars. So I get 5 gallons. No, yeah, 5 gallons at a time. So that's only $1.25. Or no, they raised it to $2 for that amount. But you guys should all be saving up water. You know, this is usually a spiritual channel, but in the real world, well, it's part of the spiritual war. What if we can't get to stores for a while? Even a week or a month? What if the stores aren't working? Or what if the water's not working? Or you're not getting food the stores aren't working, so what the F? You didn't grow a garden. We got to learn this, you guys. It's part of the spiritual war. We need to be able to sustain ourselves in case, with food, water, because you're going to have containers for water. And you should have, I would say, at least 3 months supply of food for everyone living in that house. 3 months is really, really not great, secure, unless you get to 6 months or a year's worth of food, or one of those people who are survivalists, right? Seriously, all necessities for the grid going off for 3 months. Have all necessities for 3 months at least. But hey, man, realistically, if you can, get a year's worth. Make sure you're self-sustainable. Blessings to all of you. Who knows? Will it be safe to stay in the cities all the time? What if you have to go live in the wild? Are you ready? Do you know how? Thankfully, I was homeless for 2 years. I lived in the Nevada wilderness. I lived in Lavelle Canyon. That's behind the Red Rocks. I saw a UFO out there. I felt this energy. It's blessed. Makaya. Actually, being homeless was one of the greatest things that happened to my life. It helped me shift. Did I suffer? Yeah, I suffered, man. Living in a tent when it was winter, living in a tent when it was summer, OMG. Not always being able to get what you need. Having to suffer freezing or, I don't know. I'm not complaining. It just was a transition. Understatement. It was a transition of everything. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, it was a transition. And I've been transitioning, I guess you could say, changing. We're all changing. We should be changing, improving, hopefully improving, not getting worse or something. Don't beat yourself up, but, you got to admit if you're giving yourself blocks in your development, distractions maybe, addictions maybe. We should be masters. We should be Jedis. We should be powerful in all ways. It's our potential, all coming from a space of love. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging with me, holy ones. Bless all of you. We're going to finish up the live, though, I think. It's almost 9 o'clock. So, we have to call the guardians to assist us. Yeah, I always suspect drama around a new presidency term. Whoever's going to be the new president, it's going to be dramatic. After, like he said, Tracy, birthing pains, it's not going to be fun. After the presidency, this is why I say get the food now. Get the toilet paper now. You remember what happened to everything, man, before? We've all lived through it. Learn from that. Be ready for that so it doesn't hit you as hard as last time. That's going to cost a few $100s. You got to do something to get... That's what I did. I spent hundreds of dollars on canned food, even though I'm not a meat eater now. What if the world's ending, or the world's at war, or there's terrorism, or even cataclysms, or terrible weather, or storms, or floods, or hurricanes, weather wars. Have backup food, have a backup location, have a backup plan. Be prepared with food and water. Come on, seriously. And if you're one of those people, if you're living off of pharmaceuticals, if you need doctors to survive, if you're having issues of that kind of sort, we need to plan to have the medications you need, plan to have the tools and equipment you need. Plan it the F out. Don't be stuck in martial law behind a fence. You've seen all the movies. If there's a crisis, all the highways are going to be blocked up and you can't go nowhere. You guys will all be... You can't go nowhere by car. Now what? And then there's military watching. There's a perimeter. They're scanning, and security-wise, they're watching, seeing, hearing you. You're like a slave. You're like a prisoner. After that happens, have you seen it? You can't get the F out of town. Have a backup plan. Be smart. Be knowledgeable. Stay up to date. Stay secure. Have knowledge. Have intelligence. Come on. We've got to be responsible. We came here to do a mission. Yeah, it's not easy being a starseed. It's not easy loving. Come on. But we're supposed to come here, kick some demonic ass, kick some fallen angelic ass. We're supposed to transmute this darkness, help heal planet Earth, help heal the human race, bring in Christ consciousness, bring in unity consciousness. Let's own the place. Come on. Let's bring the true creeds, not the false creeds. We're healing that. We're transmuting the false creeds. We're transmuting the fallen angelic asses. We're transmuting their asses out of here. Transmute. Come on, homies. Lightworker up. Come on, lightworkers. Can you imagine if we brought our light together? How bright would that be? How profound and powerful if we awaken in our powers. A group effort, a group power. Machiwa. All right, you guys. Thank you for joining my live. You're sexy. You're beautiful. What's up? Let's hug. Let's kiss. Bless all of you guys. It's just a side effect. You'll act, you think silly or something's wrong. Everything's okay, guys. I feel good. And it's good to feel good sometimes. Feel good about yourself. Love yourself. Love your neighbor. You don't have to, remember, you don't have to like them, but love them. So you guys take care of yourself and others and your neighbors and love them and start blazing, man. We're the trail blazers. We're the way showers. So blaze and show. Way show. Come on. Facilitate light. Facilitate awakening. Okay, facilitate spiritual knowledge, spiritual ascension. Let's activate, homies, my brothers and sisters. Group hug, yeah. Bear hug, group bear hug. All of us, yeah. much love, much happiness, eternal joy and bliss and orgasm with God, Source. I want to have sex with God. God, Source, baby. What's up, homies? That probably sounded weird to some of you. It just came out, but I like the way that sounds cool. I love God. I want to make love to God. I want to be in ecstasy. I want to be in union with God, baby. God is sexy. God is beautiful. And I love God. Bless all of you who are part of God. And let's just keep raising the consciousness, homie. Let's keep raising the bar. Let's become greater and greater Lightworkers 2024, bitches. What's up? Bless all of you on your spiritual journey. Blessings to all of you and your awakening. Please write in the comments. Leave your story in the comments. Share your story in the comments. Because people, inquiring minds, want to know. We want to know. They learn from learning from you. People learn from your story, from your suffering. Now, they don't have to go through those same mistakes. You have wisdom to share. Maybe you can talk to kids. Maybe you're good at teaching your parents or your other adults. Maybe your gift is not in gab, but maybe you're artistic. Maybe you're going to sing. Maybe you're bringing in certain kind of codes, certain information, certain soul memory. We came here for a purpose, man. We got a mission here, homies. What's up? Shine your light. Lightworker up. Christos up. What's up, man? It's time. We're almost actually going to be done with 2024 soon. Coming up around the horizon, 2025. Have some secret hidden place for you and your loved ones to go. Have stashes. Have catches. Be prepared. Have plenty to drink. Have plenty to eat. Bless all of you and your families. I'll see you guys on Saturday. No, it is Saturday. Tuesday. And Sacred Sunday Drumming. I usually stream that. I have been streaming that. If the connection goes out, don't worry. I keep on checking back and forth. If it's out, I push reconnect. It'll come back on. That's tomorrow. So maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. I need at least one of you moderators to come tomorrow between 2 and 4. Between 2 and 4. It should start by then. If not, I'll keep checking for trolls. Bless you guys. Thank you, my moderators. Thank you for being here tonight, guys. Thank you for those couple of donations. Blessings to you. From Energy from Stars and Jesse Starseed and Free White Dove. Thanks for everything, you guys. Bless you. Starseed, Christos Goddess, Helena, Sarah. Damn, Indigo, we're surrounded by women. Not all women, but mostly, right? Mark, we've got Marks. Good night, all. Good night, Mark. Good night, Rue. Woohoo! Tony Moss, blaze up. What's up? Awaken yourself, homies, for 20 minutes. I got an hour, Vato. I'm going to eat my vegan chili. Alkaline electric chili, homies. And I have a resource for you guys before we do our, what do you call them? Before we do our affirmations. Wait. Oh yeah. I almost forgot what I was going to share with you, but now I just remembered. I'll put the link in chat. Wait, I gotta make sure this speaker's off. Okay, so I talk about an alkaline diet, and this is actually where I get my alkaline meal from, the alkaline recipes. So you can cook the food alkaline. Damn, he's got 210,000 subscribers. And he has awesome freaking Dr. Sebi approved alkaline recipes. I just want to share that gift with you because I've learned from him real easy some of the meals that I learned. No meat, and it's still delicious. There you go. That's a link to that guy. So, Ormus for 2 days. I feel amazing. Wow. Bless all of you guys. All right. Let's say our affirmations and we'll say goodnight. And I'm going to expand on the affirmations, but let's just do the regular 3. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. I am Christar. I am Christar. I am Christar. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. And I am free, baby. What's up? Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Catch you on a flip-flop. Come on, it's only a couple days away. What's up, baby? Kiss you goodnight. Mwah. Namaste. Aho. Good night. Lucid dreams, baby. What's up?